And here's the set on wreck-gar's body. As you can see, it matches his colors actually really, really well. They did a great job matching the color palettes here. You can see the head, the chest, where the again, let's move in close. Where the head, you can see the plastic that it's attached to. Very, very similar in color. The peach here matches very closely, like on the knee pads and stuff. You can see how close it is a match to the kind of the seat parts here and the arms and stuff. You know, not a perfect match, but very, very, very close. It probably looks worse. Yeah, it actually looks worse under the lights than it does, or on camera than it actually does in person. In person, it's much closer than that. A couple of the things I noticed here, aside from how great this shield is on a ball joint, because it allows you to kind of move it in some cool positions, the clip here actually holds this back wheel in place, keeps it kind of out of the way and stuff. So that's kind of neat. It sort of locks it, so this isn't kind of floating around anymore. However, if you do go with the traditional shield in left hand, that's a lot of wheels on one side, so you may want to swap this and have your bot be a left hand for a change. Come on, it wouldn't kill you. I'm a left-hander, sorry guys. But if we swap this over to this hand instead, which that wasn't in there very good. Let's try again. There we go. There we go. That balances out a little bit better, makes him look a little meaner. Very, very cool. Now, the only other issues I ran into is that his right knee pad actually fits much tighter on this one, which in most cases would be good, but in this case, the other one was so tight already, I'm kind of nervous about pulling it off because I'm afraid it's going to just leave it kind of chunked out. But you do actually have to remove these parts for transformation. Not the chest piece. The chest piece, supposedly, you can leave in place, as well as the head, of course. But these parts are going to be a problem. So let's take a look real quick while we've got him here. This part's on here really tightly now. I had to kind of work it into place. Okay. Let's get a good close-up look there. Yeah, it did tear it up a little bit. Not really bad. It doesn't look nearly as bad as it did on the other figure, maybe because the plastic is a different quality, but so let's try and get this knee pad off and see what we got here. Okay, so I've got, yeah, a little bit of scratching on the bottom there. See that? A little brown coming through. So this is actually, oh yeah, on the top too. Yeah, just a little bit, not a lot, but that is something to be aware of. This will take off some of your paint. So, and since these do have to be removed to do the transformation, that may be something that you want to be aware of. That once you kind of convert this figure into the Junkion, you're probably going to want to leave it to be the permanent Junkion figure, just for those reasons. Now this, again, I've kind of unplugged these from the body to retain some articulation here, because if you do have this clipped in, once again, that pops off very easily. Now, I did find that I got it much more secure this time, made sure that this tab really got into that hole, which works a lot better the closer you have the arm to the body. Instead of, you know, out this way. If you have it very close here, it's much easier to plug in. But you will want to unplug this if you're going to retain this motion here. Otherwise, if you leave that in, it just pops out too easily, and you're going to be looking for pieces under shelves and stuff. So I'm going to try and transform this guy and see if it's true that I can leave the chest in place. Let's take a look. Here's the Medic Junkion transformed back into his bike mode. And it's true, the chest piece can stay on without any problems. I always have a lot of trouble transforming this guy. When it gets down to like the last couple steps, like nothing ever seems to line up right, but I think it did okay this time, roughly. Yeah, this part goes in without any problems at all. Now, I did mention that the shield here has a 3mm clip on it. And I didn't realize what that was for, but I was looking at the instructions again on their Facebook page, and there's a little tab right here, I guess I don't know, a clip station on the back of the scrap heap, or I'm going to change his name every time I say it, or wreck-gar. and that just clips right back in there so that in robot mode, if you want to, you can display the shield on the back. Very cool, nice little addition there, which I dig very much. So now that we've got this guy with his chest piece in place, let's go ahead and figure out how all the rest of these parts fit together. Now, the knee pads are supposed to plug into the shoulder pads in order to get them to pop onto the figure in the right spot. So, which I think they actually like slide on over this and then clip, like they kind of hook over this piece right here, and then there's a tab here that fits into this tab, to this hole right here. I think that's how that works. So let's see if we can figure out how these fit in together. This one looks like it slides. This would be the left shoulder pad and right knee pad. And the right shoulder pad and left knee pad. Which actually, I think they might even work on either side there. So, but basically you just slide the these notches into these grooves here, and they just kind of pop in like that. Again, that may cause some paint rub on the sides of these things since they are painted. So just another thing to be aware of. So, and then you just slide this over this hook here, or hook the this over the edge here, and then they should lock right into place, just like so. Cool. That fits much better than I'd hoped. I thought that I'd have to do a little bit more work there, so nice clipping right into place. And you know, it doesn't really like increase the profile or the silhouette so much that it looks ridiculous. I mean, that's not really that out there for a Junkion, so that's pretty cool. Now the remaining weapons here. This thing doesn't want to stay up. There we go. You fold the wrench in half just like so, and then you just clip it up here, or in any place really with a 3mm clip. That's entirely up to you, but I'm going to put it right there. And the acetylene torch over here on this side. And the other set comes with like a big rifle, which would actually look really cool kind of here on the side, but you know, this looks pretty good on its own, so, you know, kind of wacky looking there, but cool nonetheless, very Junkion looking. And then there's not much you can do with the wheel, but according to their instructions online, that's just designed to clip back here on where the knee pad went before, and just kind of sits there. So you can kind of put it up there if you like, or let it hang loose down here, spin it around, figure out how you want to get it to lay just right. You can lay it flat against if you kind of flip it around a little bit, which that would probably work for me. I think that's not too bad. So still, you know, a little bit crazy looking, but to be honest, you probably bought this guy to display another Junkion. So that's where you are with that. So we will get this guy on here, just see what we got. Very cool. You can see that's just a mean looking motorcycle. The very cool, kind of Mad Max-ish. I dig it. You know, pretty cool. They found a way to hook everything on without it looking too ridiculous, which is kind of the idea behind the Junkions. You know, they're kind of slapped together from different parts, so none of them look like perfect motorcycles, and this makes this dirt bike look a little bit different than if you just had wreck-gar on the shelf, so that's pretty cool too. So let's see, let me pop this parts back off here. Okay, no paint rub or anything there, no problems. That's good. No stressed plastic, so that's good. And we'll pop this one off too. Same deal. Very nice, sturdy plastic. I dig that. I would say if you're going to be doing this a lot, just be careful when you hook these parts on, because you are basically stressing this piece of plastic a little bit. I don't see any wear now, but you know, over time that could be a problem. That I can't say for sure, but it could be a problem over time. So again, I just popped that off, and still no paint rub on this piece, so that's good. Let's check this one. Yep, no paint rub. It seems like the paint rub is primarily on the actual figures themselves. But let's see, let's slide this out. Surprisingly, no paint rub there. And this one I had in pretty tight. I might have put this one in a little too tight, to be honest. I may have to get this one out with a tool. Okay, there we go. Had to pry it off with a screwdriver. But surprisingly, still no paint scrapes. I'm really shocked by that. That's pretty impressive. In fact, the paint scrapes on this pretty minuscule considering how much I popped it on and off of different pieces. So overall, this set is going for around between $30 and $35 at various retailers. Specifically, I know that they're at BBTS, Big Bad Toy Store. Their sets at TF Source, Captured Prey, and in the email that I got from Lucky Rogers, they said the Falcon's Hangar, which is a Singaporean website, but when I was checking it, I couldn't actually find it on there. So I'm not sure what the deal is with that yet. They may not have gotten their sets yet, so they may not have pre-orders up. I'm not sure. But supposedly the Falcon's Hangar is supposed to get them. BBTS has them in stock right now. They're already out of stock of the Warriors. So you can imagine these sets are probably going to go pretty fast. I mean, there's people who have, 10 Junkions on their shelves, and they want them to look different. So, that's something you want to prepare for. If you want some pretty unique sets, some pretty cool looks for your Junkions, I think this is definitely a way to go. $30 for everything that you get here is pretty reasonable in the world of add-ons and upgrades and stuff like this. This easily could have been a $50 set. It could have been, the other Junkion set that they recently released, which was resin and broke on people and stuff like this. This is tough plastic. This is, this is getting the job done. This is good stuff. I would definitely recommend the set. The problems that I had were mostly paint rub, a little bit of tightness on the neck, but I mean, once you get the head on, it's on. If you have problems with the neck and it's not one to go on, put the head in some boiling water for a little bit of time, or a hair dryer would probably work just as well. It'll pop on much easier, but once it's on, so you won't have to worry about that anymore. I popped the head off of one figure and put it on another, and I didn't have any problems with any neck pegs breaking, so, take that for what you will. But very nice set. Definitely recommend it. Like I said, this is a free set, but I had these on pre-order before it was a free set, so I will stand by it. I really enjoyed the product. I'm definitely going to display this in my, Junkion mode. This is a set that I would proudly have. Junkions were some of my favorite things from the 80s movies. So, 80s movies, like there was a bunch. 80s movie. And I am glad to have this in my collection now. Very, very happy to have it, in fact. Overall, definite buy, definite pickup. The set matches wreck-gar's character much better in color than it does Scrap Heap or Junkheap or whatever, but that doesn't mean that it didn't look good. You've got the comparison now. You can take a look. I'm sorry that these are the only figures I have. I don't have any of the special convention sets or United or anything like that, so I apologize. This is all I do have. But if you have any other questions, anything you would like to know or see, anything at all, please hit me up on the bottom, and make sure you put in your pre-order immediately. I just broke my damn figure. Awesome! I am so good at everything. Thank God that this is going to be a Junkion from now on, because I really did just break that right on screen. There's the piece right there. Man. So yeah, so that happened. That really sucks. But man, I can't get these things to turn. Oh well. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to move that first. Maybe I should read my instructions before I do stuff. How about that? So, but yeah, $30 a set. If you can, I would highly recommend you order these from the Captured Prey, just because that's a local guy around here. I've met him before. I picked him up a Transformer he was looking for a couple years back. Seems like a nice dude. Always up for helping out the local guys. So the Captured Prey, definitely check it out. If you can't do it there, Big Bad Toy Store, add it to your pile of loot. It's a definite buy. TF Source, usually they do discounts on multiple sets and stuff like that. So check out all your options, see what works for you. But if you want a new kind of Junkion on your shelf, if you want something that looks a little different, definitely recommended. So thanks, guys. I really appreciate you stopping by. I know this was a long, long video, but really I wanted to give you a really thorough look at this because it's a great toy and it deserves it. So yeah, thanks again, and I will talk to you later, guys. See ya.